Hey guys, it's Shar, Constitutional Truth again. How you doing? I'm going to do my commentary, I guess. It's not really a reaction because I have seen Tom MacDonald's Snowflakes and many reaction videos to it, as well as that, I don't even know what to call it, from Michael Knowles. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get started.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician.
Oh my gosh. How many people have, quote, lied to the government and been put in jail, and yet cops are, quote, legally allowed to lie to us? Yeah, right. And yeah, politicians lie all the time. The saying is, how do we know if they're lying? Their lips are moving. Dr. Fauci is another prime example, and good googly mooly. Yeah, he's been lying his little titties off.
You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? But you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings.
Holy crap. Okay, Netflix is absolutely the worst for those, quote, trigger warnings. All sorts of silly things on there, but the worst, I think, is smoking. Oh, yeah, I'm done with them.
He, she, his, him, hers, them, they, screw
Woo,
pronouns.
Blair!
Everyone's a retard these days. Hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight.
Yes, they're preaching tolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. The Summer of Love of 2020 is a perfect example. Yeah, that's enough.
There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers.
Certain Black Lives Matter once every 4 years.
Died for this country and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans.
Okay, Mr. MacDonald, thank you very much for bringing that up. The CARES Act, that was the first $1 trillion spending bill that came out to give everybody $600 and corporations billions, government entities billions, and this, that, and the other. Well, that was, just hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pages of this, that, and the other. Buried in that bill was some language to the Veterans Administration to allow homeless veterans permission to camp on Veterans Administration property if they needed a place to stay during COVID. Yes. It did not allocate funds to provide them with tents or to allow them to come into and stay in the buildings that were not being used, or to give them hospital beds if they needed them, or to, God forbid, put them up in hotels. No, it allowed them to camp in the parking lots. Mind you, they had to socially distance, they had to clean up behind themselves, and all of these other things. And they had to have a tent. They couldn't just use a tarp or anything makeshift like that. They had to have a tent or a camper or something of that nature. They could use their car too, of course, if they had one. That's what the CARES Act allowed for homeless veterans, just so you know.
Fair to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no. The forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa. You can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no. No more snowflakes.
They set us.
I just got to pause it there for a second, because I don't care what Michael Knowles or anyone else says. I think that Blair White, and actually he or she's in her persona of Blair Black, those are two of her accounts on YouTube. Blair Black is a persona Okay, not another personality. Don't get it twisted, but it's a persona that she uses, and she is just absolutely freaking rocking it in this video, and I just have to give that shout out to her because I think she's doing a damn good job. Let me go ahead and back it up a little wee bit here.
Snowflakes.
They set us up to fail, that's what they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole.
Alrighty. Okay. I'm a middle-aged woman. Okay, y'all who know me know how old I am. I didn't have my child. I have one child. I didn't have my son until I was 30. Okay, that was my choice. Anything like that. I would say that in my younger years, up until I was 30, that I was a feminist-ish. Okay, not a current feminazi or radical feminist or whatever the hell they're called now. I believed in equality. I believed in, equal pay for equal work. I still do. All right. But I don't know what the hell this current thing is, where we, like this terminology of like slut shaming. And I don't know. I mean, if you're a whore, you're a whore. I mean, I don't understand what all this new stuff is. And, it's backwards ass as hell to say to a woman who would choose to give up a career or a job, whichever it might be, to stay home and raise her children, whether for their entire lives or for a certain amount of time until they're old enough to attend school or whatever it might be, and then re-enter the workforce or what have you, to put her down and then get mad at people who call out Cardi B and other folks like her who engage in activities like she does, like her WAP song, the disgusting activity she engaged in during that music show. I'm sorry, that's just gross. That is not empowering. The whole sex worker thing, saying that no, that's not sex worker. That's being a prostitute. That's selling your body for money. Yeah, I'm old, I guess. Yes, you need to make money, but surely there's other work you can do to earn income that isn't going to cause, put you in harm's way, because it is dangerous. Those things are dangerous, whether it's being harmed by another person or catching a disease that could kill you. And that's my take on it.
Screw it, I ain't tripping, I don't mean to be mean, but if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They take an Adderall to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep. They blurred the lines dividing communism and democracy in 20...
All right, Mr. MacDonald, I've told myself I was going to share this out. They're blurring the lines between communism and democracy. I understand that most other nations have, quote, democracy. The United States is a constitutional republic. There.
21, we paint the patriots as Nazis. The men playing women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate a man for beating some women. If you're black, your life matters, you're supposed to embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave, all of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is you are a racist. Blaming capitalism like that's the reason things are tough. While you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks, you're supporting what you stand against, you don't think you are, but a Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma.
Boom. A Percocet addict does not donate money to pharma, and that's in reference to all of these little brats out here using technology and drinking Starbucks or some other name brand. Okay, they're buying all these name brands that don't give a damn about them. Okay, these capitalists, but they're screaming about socialism They're screaming that capitalism is bad. Capitalism causes all of these problems, and yet they are supporting capitalism while declaring that they want socialism and or communism. Pull your head out of your ass, dear. If you are making purchases from a corporation, you are supporting the very thing that you declare is wrong. In other words, build your own iPhone.
Damn, dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way, gasoline and propane, more flames. Oh no, no more snowflakes.
We can all get along, but there's no stopping. Ay, everybody's wrong, that's a real problem. Ay, they don't want to hear it, but they still talking. Ay, soon enough, we running out of options. Ay, this ain't gonna end till it's in the coffin. Ay, we ain't gonna be friends till we try to squash it. Ay, I don't know how we can make amends or we drop it. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa. You can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane, more flames. Oh no, no more snowflakes.
All right, there you go. Tom MacDonald at the Hangover Gang. There's his socials right there. Another perfect one out of the park by his girl, Nova Rockefeller. Man, I loved seeing Blair White in that. Girlfriend was rocking it. I'm telling you what, she's got it going on. And our boy Tom, yeah, I'd be proud to call him my son, if but he's got a mama, and I know she's proud of him too. I tell you what, this young man, yeah, he sees it. He really does, and he's pointing it out. You know, he's taking this side and that side, and he's putting it there. This is here, and you know, he's showing the opposites. He's placing that mirror there in front of us for us to see. And he's not even choosing any sides, really, except here he is. He's letting people know that the snowflakes are going to melt because some serious choices are going to have to be made. Because the snowflakes are just out of their freaking minds. Okay? They've lost their fucking minds where a lot of things are concerned. And they're going to end up melting, and that last, I don't know what it's called, a bar or bridge or whatever the heck it is. I don't speak music, but you know, we're not going to be friends. It's not going to be over until it's in the grave, and all these kinds of things. I think on this one, what Tom is pointing out is that things are coming to a head, not just in America, but in other countries as well, because this is not just an American problem. This is a Western nations issue. But of course he is speaking to America because this is where he lives now, but he is Canadian, and I'm sure he, you know, pays attention to what goes on in Canada as well. But he's recognizing and pointing out that things are becoming so polarized and so separated, and people are clashing more and more with what I call the vocal minority, but the silent majority is slowly popping off, okay, with the insanity that the vocal minority keeps pushing, and the silent majority is becoming less silent. And that gasoline and that propane is going to come out. I think he sees that it may come to something more physical, because we do have those physical things going on in Portland and Seattle and other cities around the country, and it's the major cities right now. But he's trying to give us a warning, and I hope more people take that warning for the seriousness that it is, and start to have real conversations with their neighbors and get to know one another and help to diffuse the situation and take real action. Just as Mr. Eric July did on his Young Ripper channel, I think it was yesterday, when he talked about education or the school system and parents mentioning, he mentioned parents are pushing back on the CRT, and his solution is to cancel the school systems, just completely defund them, just cancel them altogether. And that is the actual solution, because pushing back on CRT with school boards that ignore you, school boards that give you 1 minute to speak, school boards that cut the mic off on parents that are speaking during the meetings, school boards that arrest and detain parents and children that are speaking during these meetings, they don't care. They're getting paid anyway. When you are forced to pay taxes at the threat of violence by the state, and the state holds the monopoly on violence, well, you have to start thinking, critically, and think outside of the box. And sometimes you have to homeschool your children, remove them from the system, and starve the system of that one thing. And sometimes that's the way you need to do it. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. And Mr. MacDonald, if you happen to see this, I know my channel is very small, but if you happen to see this, let me know what you think. All right. You guys have a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.